Okay. Hello everyone and good morning. How are you doing today? Want to know what's your plan for today? First, I want to welcome you to Major Fitness's very first live stream. I'm Matt. I'm one of the product managers here at Major Fitness. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I'm very excited to be with all of you here today. If anyone in the chat can hear me, please send a 1. If you cannot hear me, please send a 2, or just send a message in the chat, I can't hear you. Could you maybe change the volume? Let us know. We'd love for this live stream to be able to reach you wherever you are. Maybe you're in your office, or maybe you're just getting started with the day. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us in the chat. It's our first time doing a live stream, so there may be a few technical issues as we work to smooth everything out, so just bear with us for now. Hopefully, we can make sure everything runs smoothly and on time, and have all of you interact with us. If you have any questions, Cobalt, welcome to the chat. Thank you, everything's fine. Thank you, Cobalt, for letting us know. So we are going to start our live stream by spending a little bit of time talking about the Major Fitness story, but also want to let you know we will have more live streams in the future. So feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on Instagram or in Facebook to get further updates and all the latest information about our live events, whether we're doing in-person events, whether we're doing live streams, or any other kind of updates about Major Fitness. Please follow us on these platforms. It will make sure that you are always up to date and know everything that we have planned. Cobalt, thanks for asking. It looks like he said, when will you expand to Europe and Germany? We are potentially looking at other markets. Recently, we have just expanded to Australia, and we're looking for opportunities to expand to other countries and other regions around the world. Currently, I would have to ask our team, our distribution team, what the timeline or the plan is for expansion into Europe. But I will be sure to make sure that this question, Cobalt, is passed along. You can also send this question to our Instagram, and after the live stream, they will try to reach out to you and answer any questions. Sabrina asks, where are you based in the US? Major Fitness is based in New Jersey, and we are an international company with offices all over the world. So thank you, Sabrina, for that question. Yes, Cobalt, you're welcome. Glad we could answer that question. Hopefully we can enter the European market soon. We'd love to see Major Fitness in homes all across Europe, especially in Germany. So let's take a look at and talk about Major Fitness. Have you guys heard of Major Fitness before? If you have heard of Major Fitness, maybe you can tell me something about Major Fitness you know, or if you have heard of Major Fitness but you don't know much about the brand, maybe you can send some questions like, I've heard of Major Fitness, but I'm not sure exactly what products they make. Any of those questions would be welcome. It looks like DJ has said the F22 height is 82.5 inches tall, but how tall is the pull-up bar across in the front? Give us one moment. We're asking our technical specs. I believe it's the same height as it's not elevated. It should be at the same level as the front upright is the highest front upright in the cross member there. I think it should be that same height. But our technical expert is looking now at that. I'd love to become an ambassador. Cobalt, that's excellent. We are working on an ambassador program as well. If you could reach out to us, like I said, in the Instagram, majorfitness_global. They can work with you to see what kind of potential cooperation opportunities there are. You own a F35, awesome. That's one of my favorite racks that Major Fitness makes. I really love the fact that it folds and unfolds, and it really fits into almost any space you would need. CJ DJ16, I hope we're getting that information for you as soon as possible. Let's talk a little bit while we wait for that answer about the Major Fitness story. Give me 1 second here. Okay. So, looks like there's a few more people joining. Jeff, welcome. Wu, welcome to the chat. Sorry if I mispronounce anyone's name. Sometimes reading the on-screen names can be a little bit difficult. So, the Major Fitness story is really all about giving home gym equipment to people who need it. And how that works is Major Fitness wants to focus on providing quality home gym equipment that can be placed in almost any home and home gym situation. So that's why many of our racks reach a certain height and they're focused on maximizing the space that you get. Where can I get this shirt? This shirt is actually in production. Currently, we're still testing these shirts out, and so they're not for sale at the moment. Once we finish with the testing, the product testing, and the production review, we will try and make all of these exercise shirts, like this quick dry shirt here, available for purchase, either through our website or through our Amazon store as well. So, I love the color of the bench. Thank you, Law. Yes, we do offer different colors for lots of our products. Our racks come in multiple colors. Our benches also come in multiple colors as well. So, home gym equipment is really the heart and soul of Major Fitness, and that's why we've also got the B52 Pro here with us today. Now, we will be talking about some other racks, and if you have questions about any of Major Fitness's other racks, like Cobalt has mentioned, the F35, and DJ has mentioned the F22. If you have any questions or comments about any of the other racks that Major Fitness sells, please leave a comment or question in the chat and we'll try and get to that. Okay, let's keep moving on to our next section. There we go. So, Major Fitness will have more events like this live stream where we'll try and engage with the customers and help them to be familiar with the products, not just in an effort to make more sales, but help our customers and help people learn about the Major Fitness products themselves, how to use them, how to incorporate what functions. Exactly this, Charlene, that's a great question. This is the purpose of Charlene has asked, what functions does this rack have? That's a great question, and really that's the reason why we wanted to do this live stream and why we want to do future live streams. It's not just about selling you more products, but it's talking about the racks themselves. So Charlene, to answer your question really quick, let me get off the bench and come around here. So this rack, the B52 Pro, it actually has 5 different functions. It has a Smith machine here in the middle. It has functional training. It has dual independent pulley systems, one here on the left and the other on the right. It has a low row foot plate. It has pull-up bars. Also has additional dip bars that we haven't attached here right now, so I can easily enter and exit the rack. It also has a section here for landmine attachments as well. And with the J hooks and the safety arms, you can definitely do any free weight or barbell training that you'd like to do. So Charlene, that was a great question and a great way for us to introduce today's main focus, the B52 Pro. So, like I said before, Major Fitness is based in New Jersey, and all of the products we design are really focused on providing the American and the home gym users, enthusiasts, with the best products at the best price so that they can really enjoy a healthy lifestyle. They can be active at home with their family. They can enjoy the privacy of working out at home, and they can enjoy their convenience. It's difficult, and not everyone is able to drive back and forth to a gym. Or maybe you don't want to go to the gym because it's overcrowded, or the gym is just not well kept. But in your home, having a machine like this, a B52 all-in-one with Smith machine. Do you personally love home gyms or 24/7? I love all opportunities to, Sabrina asks, do you love home gyms or 24/7 fitness? For me personally, I love any opportunity I get to work out, whether that's at home or whether that's outside my house at a commercial gym. But I really enjoy the ability to do my own workout on my own time in a home gym situation. So really, for me, that's what separates the home gym from commercial gyms. At the commercial gyms, you have to wait for everyone else. Maybe they're using the equipment you want to use, or maybe they're doing a really crazy move and you don't feel safe. But at the home gym, you're by yourself, you're with your family, you're with people you know and trust, and you're working out together. So really, that's what makes the home gym experience a step above, in my opinion, kind of working out in a traditional conventional gym. So our mission, the Major Fitness mission, is very, very simple. Let's make fitness easier for everyone. Let's provide high quality home gym equipment to those who want to buy it so that we can all pursue our stronger tomorrow. So we're really excited to share this with everyone. If you have any other questions about our brand, about what Major Fitness is focused on, maybe some of the other offline events you've seen, like the basketball partnership we did this year, or other events we've been at. If you were at Home Gym Con, we were also there this year. We'd love to hear from you if you have any feedback for us. Feel free to send in those questions. I'll do my best to get to them while we also start talking about the products. So don't hesitate to reach out. I hope everyone can still hear me. I think the mic is still sending. CJ, DJ, are the products sold and shipped from the US? Is anything international? So CJ DJ 16 has asked a great question. Are the products sold and shipped from the US? Is anything international, such as payment or shipping? I'm not sure about the payment, CJ DJ 16. I'm not in the finance team, so I'm not sure how those payments are handled, but I do know that all of those payments are handled in USD. So if you're paying in another currency, it may get transferred to USD. As far as shipping, we do ship from an international supplier, but we do have warehouses all across the continental US. And so once our products are shipped to those warehouses, if your order comes in and it's for a product that is already in one of our many American warehouses, the one closest to you, it will be shipped from that warehouse to you. So that's kind of a general overview of the process. And CJ, let me see if we got the answer about the pull-up rack height. I'm going to ask Alan. We're sure that the pull-up height for the F22 is 82. Okay, he's going to send it over. Okay. Great question, CJ. Thanks for asking. Sabrina has said, I bought your iron plates before. They came so fast in 48 hours and the quality is good. That's great. Glad we were able to get those plates to you quickly. And glad that we were able to make sure that everything was delivered on time so that you could incorporate them as soon as possible into your workouts. It looks like we have the answer for CJ's question. It's 78.3 inches for the pull-up bar height on the F22 CJ DJ16. So hopefully that answers your question. Can you ship to AU? So Luo has asked, can you ship to AU? Yes, currently we are now able to ship to Australia. I'm assuming AU means Australia. So yes, we can ship to Australia. I don't think AU means anything else, but does this, Charlene has asked, does this product free shipping? I'm not sure which product you mean. We have lots of different products. I don't know. So if you ask maybe Charlene about a specific product, I can tell you. But currently we are offering free shipping on the racks and power racks. Yeah, Jake. Oh. So Jake has asked, Charlene, we'll get back to you about that. Jake has asked, is there a discount for the Pro Smith machine? Jake, you're just in time. So let me grab these here. We do have some discount codes, special discount codes for today's live stream. So Jake, thanks for asking, because I get to bring out these awesome little signs we made. But we have Major Live 8. If you spend over 3,000 US dollars in the shop, then you can use this Major Live 8 code to get an additional discount. And then if you are a new first-time purchaser, or you are just shopping for any product today and it doesn't reach the 3,000 limit, you can still use this Major Live 5 code for any of the items. Now, these codes will only last from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I had to memorize that one, so I hope I get a little bit extra credit for being able to remember that. But those codes will only be available for those times, Pacific Standard Time. So if you're in another time, just make sure you remember that. But just want to let you know, these codes can also be combined with our Labor Day sale, which is ending today. This is the last day of the Labor Day sale. So if you want, and you're checking out at the Labor Day and you're using the blind box to get your rack, you can still use the Major Live 5. Or if you're checking out with the blind box and your purchase has reached over 3,000 US dollars, you can use Major Live 8. Now, the Labor Day code, the Labor Day sale gets you up to $300 off of something like the B52 And so you can combine all of these discounts, multiple discounts. I don't want to say all because you cannot combine Live 5 and Live 8 together, but you can combine the discounts on the live stream today with the Labor Day deals. If you have any questions and you're not sure how to combine the codes, reach out to our Major Fitness, either YouTube or Instagram, and they'll let you know exactly how to take full advantage of those codes today. But great question, Jake, and thanks for asking. Been considering, it looks like we have some other, Sabrina mentioned she's been considering getting a rack, and which one do you recommend? Sabrina, that's a great question. I'll answer your question with kind of a question of my own. What would you be mainly training, and how much space do you have? If you can tell me that, I can make a better recommendation for you. But personally, I would use the F35 rack because it's so compact and it can fit in very, very tight spaces. So that would be my personal suggestion. But depending on your needs, and if you can be more specific, I can let you know. Someone said, Flystroke said, I don't want to buy too many machines. Can your equipment cover full body training in just one unit? Flystroke, I'm sorry it took so long to get to your question, but yes, full body training is definitely possible. Let me step back here into the machine. Let me move the bench out of the way. I feel like I'm going to need to stand up a little bit more in this section. But yeah, full body training is definitely possible, right? We've got the Smith machine here. So let me put the safeties in place first before I get started. Always make sure when you're exercising to take your safety and the safety of those around you very seriously. So with the Smith machine, I can start to do squats, work out my lower body, right? Maybe I can do some good mornings, work out my back and my posterior. Then when I'm finished with the Smith machine, I can come forward and use the cables, maybe some chest flies, maybe some core work, right? Wood chops, high to low, right? And then maybe some single arm, high to low rows, right? And then if I had the landmine set up, maybe I could do some shoulder presses here. I won't set that up now. We'll do the setup in a little bit later, but that's a great question. Flystroke, yes. This all-in-one system and machine allows you to do a full body workout. Now, obviously you don't have to superset all of the moves like I just showed, but it is possible. Jake asks, discount for Pro Smith machine. I think you mean the Pro B52 Smith machine. Yes, today's codes for the live. So I'm gonna show them one more time. Major Live 5 and Major Live 8 will work when checking out if you're purchasing a B52 Pro or any of the other Pro racks. In fact, these codes will apply to any purchase made between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. PST. So just keep that in mind. Jake, thanks for asking that so we can clarify it for everyone. Major. So Jane, I'm trying to read through all the messages, so I just curious how many accessories can I get if I buy? So Laura has asked, how many accessories can I get if I buy the B52 Pro? Our standard accessory pack for the B52 Pro is 8 accessories. So we include lots of different features and functionality with those accessories, and we'll get the full list for you here if you're not sure, but be sure to go to our website and check out what that accessory pack is. It includes things like a tricep rope, some grips for your hands, a belt. There's a foam pad you can place on the Smith bar or a barbell. We have clips, bands, wrist wraps, and maybe one more other thing. It looks really small, I can't see. And the clamp you can, or the attachment you can use to use the cable system with your legs. I forget what it's called, but I forget the exact word. But yes, we do have accessories that come with the B52 Pro. That's a great question. Cobalt said, for expanding to Europe, you have to come to FIBO in Germany. It's the biggest convention in Europe. Cobalt, thanks again. I will let the team know about coming to FIBO, and we can definitely consider it. We've already been to HFA, and we've been to Home Gym Con. Both of those have been in the US, but we would love to do some more international conventions if possible. And I think, like you said, FIBO would be a great idea. We'll pass that along to the team. Jake asks, how long does it take to assemble the B52 Pro? Does it require more than one person? Jake, I can tell you from my own personal experience, it does require at least more than one person. Always be safe when you're assembling. Some of these parts, if you're just putting it together by yourself, it's not entirely safe. So we want to make sure that you're safe and those around you are safe. How long does it take? That depends on the tools you have, but generally speaking, we would say maybe around 3 hours for total completion of the B52 Pro. We do have step-by-step installation videos that you can follow along, and we do also have the construction manual that we ship out with the B52 Pro. If you, during installation and assembly, if you have any questions or issues, always don't hesitate to reach out to us either through Facebook, Instagram, or maybe even YouTube. But I would suggest Instagram and Facebook are those first two places, the fastest way to get a response from us. Amanda said, wow, great, thanks so much. Flystroke says, great. Sabrina says, I want to put it in my yard so I will have enough space for it. I've been training for a long time, but mostly in a gym like 24/7. So if I'm going to get motivated, how am I going to get motivated at home alone? Great, Sabrina, I would suggest all of our equipment is best used indoors. While it's possible to use it outside, it may not be a best scenario, because if it rains or you're in a very moist environment, leaving it outdoors may cause it to rust. Now, all of the uprights are coated, but they aren't waterproof. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to put it in your yard, make sure it's at least covered. But you will have a lot of space. Now, getting motivated to work out is difficult. That's a great question. There's many ways you can get motivated. One of the things I would suggest is start small. Don't give yourself a big task of, okay, today, I gotta lift, all of this weight, and then I gotta do all of these moves, and you will get burned out very fast. So give yourself maybe one move you want to do. Maybe you really want to focus on your glutes. Maybe you can just start by, okay, once a week, maybe twice a week, I'm going to dedicate some time to just working on my glutes. So you're just going to take the Smith bar and you're going to focus on the RDLs, right? If that's not low enough for you, maybe you can lower it even more. All the way down there. Right? Focus on really hitting those glutes. And then once you feel like you've gotten a good handle on your schedule and your motivation to do that move, maybe you can start to add other moves as well. So take it very slow, step by step. So is it perfect? Checked already. Looks great. And diverse. Okay, great. Are the landmine, CJDJ16 says, are the landmine and a foot plate interchangeable? This is actually a great question. I'm glad you asked, and I think everyone can see here. But the landmine, I'm going to take this safety arm off for now. We'll use it later. I'll put it back here. So let's take a look at the foot plate and landmine attachment. So if you can see here, it is bolted into the frame in this front foot here on the B52 Pro. So it's actually not able to be switched over to the other side. And if you look here at the foot plate, this is the only place where you can attach the front foot plate, and the holding pins for the foot plate are also bolted in place here on the right front foot, so it's not possible to interchange them. But I guess if you wanted to, I wouldn't suggest this. If you wanted to and you have the tools, you could maybe drill a hole and find a way to do it yourself. It's not impossible, but we don't recommend it, it doesn't. It wouldn't change the functionality of the machine. So being able to use the landmine on the left side of the machine or the right side, it wouldn't enhance or decrease the machine's functionality. So that's a great question, CJ. Let's see. I hope I didn't miss any other questions. Please turn on transcript. Oh, Jenna, that's a great, Jenna Wiggins has said, can we turn on the transcript? Jenna, this is our first time to do a live stream on YouTube, but we will, if we cannot figure out how to turn it on now, we will ensure that the video, once it's finished recording and uploading, we will include the transcript for you. And also, Jenna, if you need the transcript, you can reach out to us. I know that some people may be watching this a little hard of hearing or have other special needs. We would love to accommodate those viewers. And so if you could reach out to us on our Instagram, majorfitness_global. Let me grab that here for you so you can see. I'll bring it right here. If you can send us a message on Major Fitness Global that you need the transcript for today's live stream. Apologize that we can't get that, if we can't get it set up today, but we will try to get that set up as soon as possible. So yeah, reach out to the Instagram for that. Thank you, Jenna, for letting us know about that. How can okay, let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing the questions because they're coming in pretty fast right now. Sounds great. Will you do, Sabrina said, perfect check already. Sabrina said, will you do live training sometime? Yes, in the future we may host some live training sessions. We may feature some different equipment, not just the B52 Pro. Maybe we'll do a training session day where we train on the F22, or maybe we'll do a day where we train on the F35. So those are definitely things we're considering. And if you follow us and subscribe to our YouTube and Instagram and join us in Facebook, we will definitely let you know when those live training sessions will be scheduled. Yeah, we'd love to help motivate everyone to train. Fanchi Wu said, landmine training is so underrated. Yes, a lot of people don't incorporate landmine training into their daily or weekly training routine, but it can really help if especially if you're training for sports training. That's a very good point. Can you show some details of the rack and how can the cable be? Okay, Laura has asked, can you show some details of the rack? Maybe like how the cable can be adjusted. Flystroke, I'll get to your question in just a second, but I'm gonna go through here and I'll show. So obviously you'll have to remove any attachments on the front uprights. So just take off the J-hooks. I've already taken off the safety arms. So go ahead and set the J-hooks down. But adjusting the height of the cable trolleys is easy. I'm only going to show you on one side because it works for both sides. So if you know how to do it on one side, you can easily do it on the other. But there is a pop pin here on the inside of the upright. Just make sure it's been loosened, then pull out, and the carriage will naturally fall down. You'll notice that there are pop pin holes here all along the side of the upright for you to adjust the height based on your needs. So let's say I need to do a shoulder fly. I can set it all the way down at the bottom and do a shoulder fly. And then let's say I want to do more of a chest focus exercise. So I want to bring it back up to the middle. And I want to come in and do a chest crossover chest fly, also possible. And then we can always set the cable height all the way at the top. Now since this is the side with the landmine, I can't show you, but if you're on the right side, you can always set the cable trolley height to the lowest possible and then engage the foot plate and use it for a low row. So those are great questions, yes. Amazing, perfect channel already. Okay, let's get to fly strokes question. As a beginner, I'm worried about not knowing how to use complicated equipment. I totally hear you, fly stroke, on that one. Is your machine beginner friendly? For example, will doing squats be easy and well protected? Fly stroke, that's a great question. I know a lot of beginners, when they first start out, are really worried about doing complicated moves, and doing the squat is a very complex move. It looks easy when done well, but it's not always as easy as it looks. So let's put the J-hooks and the safety arms back in place, right? Because I'll show you how to squat first using the free weight barbell, and then we'll go and look at how to squat using the Smith machine. So one of the nice features, extra safety features here on the B52 Pro is these safety pins. So not only does the J-hook fit firmly in place on the upright, but you can slot this pin in place, and now the J-hook is fully locked against the upright. I'm going to take off these D handles, and we'll grab today's safety arms. So whenever doing squats with the free weights, always, always, always use the safety spotter arms, especially if you're alone, but even if you're training with a partner. You never want to make yourself or put you or your partner in any risk, okay? So again, just like the J-hooks, our safety spotter arms fit snugly and firmly against the upright and have these safety pins. So now I'm fully locked in place and can hold quite a bit of weight. I'm jumping as much as I can, and it's not going anywhere. So, I mean, I'm not the biggest guy, but I don't weigh nothing. So let's get this one slotted in on the other side, and I'll grab the barbell and show you guys what a barbell squat would look like in our system, and if you ran into any issues. So again, always attach the safety pins. Let's double check our J-cup height so that when we put the barbell in, it's evenly spaced. So I'm set here at 1 below 27 on this side, and the same on this side. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab one of our barbells, and I'm going to attach, I'm going to place the barbell inside the J-hooks. So if you're wondering how much weight can the J-hooks support, right? It's me and the barbell swinging around here. We'll put some actual weight on the bar. I mean, not that I don't weigh nothing. It's about 170 some pounds plus the barbell's weight. So we'll go ahead and throw on some 25s. And then let me see if we have any safety, I believe we do, safety clips for the barbell. I may have to step off camera because I think I see them, but they are a little bit off to the side. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. So one thing you always want to do when you're working out, you see how on our barbells and on any barbell really, the plates can slide easily if they're not held in place with our safety clips. So always clip the weight when you're working out, even if you're working out by yourself and dropping the weight won't injure anyone. A sudden change in the evenness of the bar's weight can really impact your core's safety and your personal safety. I know of a friend who was working out at a commercial gym. He was working out on a machine he thought was safe. Suddenly the machine, one of the arms broke and completely sent him sideways. So really always want to make sure that we're taking our safety seriously. So I'm going to turn around here and bring the bar to my back and take a step back, and I'm going to start to squat. So I'm going to take a big breath, squat down, and stand up. Now, if you're new and you get stuck in a squat, what should we do? We don't want to roll the bar over our neck. We want to drop the bar off our back and step forward. So the bar will fall here and be caught by the safety arms, and we will move ourselves out of the way into a safe space. That's why we put our weight horns here on the side and not in the back, so you have space to move. Okay? That's also why we have our weight stacks on the side and not in the middle on the back. If I need to get out of a squat, I can always do that. Okay, so let's see. Okay. I don't want to show you guys any bad techniques, but okay, I'm just gonna bring the bar back up and we'll put it back here. So always when we're squatting, please use the safety arms. Fly stroke, that's a great question. If you're concerned about using the barbell and you think, okay, I'm new to squatting, let me find something that's a little bit more stable. Let's try the Smith bar. So let's go ahead and take the barbell off. And let's use our Smith bar. I'm going to go ahead and remove the plates from the barbell. And let me bring the Smith bar down from its safety hook. I'm going to put my safeties in place before I even get started, because you never know. You always want to be safe, okay? The B52 safety hooks are super sturdy, but what happens if when you're putting it, you're in a rush, you're not looking closely, and you didn't fully latch it into place? Always engage the safeties. So let's go ahead and clean up this barbell here. And move the weights to the Smith bar. Now, I know the Smith bar is fixed, but again, we're always going to use our safety clamps. Okay, so clip the weight. Apologies if the noise is a little bit harsh, but it's to make sure that the bar at the end grips those safety clamps extra tight so there's no wobble at all and no travel between the plates and the safety clips. We want to make sure everything is safety first. Okay, so we're going to be squatting using the Smith bar. How is that different than squatting with a barbell that is free moving? We're still going to start in the same position. So we're going to place the bar in the middle of our back, we're going to brace our core, and we're going to squat. You'll notice that no matter how I squat, the bar always goes up and down. Straight up and straight down. If you have balance issues, or control or mobility limitations, the Smith bar may help people or new beginners when it comes to fitness with that. Now, what if I get stuck? I'm at the bottom of the Smith bar. Same thing for a barbell. Step forward. Always move forward. The bar will fall behind you, and because you've engaged your safeties on the Smith rack, they will catch the bar for you, and you will be able to safely step forward out, okay? Never, 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 when squatting, move back or roll the bar over your neck and head. That is a very dangerous situation, and I never want to see anyone put themselves at risk. So, fly stroke. Thank you for asking that question. I see Aaron has asked a question. Do you guys have installation? Currently, we don't have white glove installation, but I know that our team, especially with the logistics team, has been working to arrange a white glove installation service. And as soon as that's available, Aaron, we will let all of our users know. So we will probably announce it on Instagram. It may also come up in the Facebook groups. And definitely, I think we'll make an announcement about it on our website. What kind of installation service? Now, that may depend on, what everyone, I shouldn't do that while I'm talking, what everyone's needs are. But we'll have all the details for you about that coming soon. So I know our logistics team is hard at work because, putting these together, it is a two-person job, and like I said, it may take up to 3 hours, but some people don't have that time, or maybe they would just rather have a professional who's already been trained in how to install it, and so that's what we're working on. We're working on creating a situation where, the people who come to install it will have been trained by us about how to install the machines as well. And then it looks like man, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. I'm so sorry. Dacian V has said, can you do assisted squat with the other bar? The other bar. I'm not sure if you mean the barbell, but the barbell can do a band assisted squat. So yes, let's go ahead and take a look at what that would look like. I don't know if I have enough bands here today. Oh, sorry, but Daisy, and I can show you how to set that up, okay? So let me take the weights off and put them here on the side because we're going to use them again, and I'll need to grab the barbell again. I know we have at least one band, and I can show you. You'll notice here we have the band peg at the top and 2 band pegs at the bottom. And Dacian is asking if we would do an assisted squat. So we would need to attach the band up here at the highest point. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me move the barbell, the Smith bar out of the way. We'll take it all the way up and put it right in its storage hook. And then I'll move the safeties all the way up as well, just to ensure everything is nice and stable. Okay, let's get the barbell, and I'm gonna have to take a step off the screen to get the band. Okay, so we've got our barbell in place. Now all we need are our bands to ensure that we can do an assisted squat. So there's a few different ways you could set this up. If you just want the least amount of assistance, you could set the band up like this and then place the plate on the outside of the band. This would be the least amount of assistance because the band is very slack. Now, if you wanted more assistance, one thing you could do is you could loop the band over the top and pull it down. This band is very thick, so I can't pull it all the way down. But what you do is you pull one end down and then you would pull the other end down. But if I pull it down, it's gonna lift, maybe lift the bar up? Yeah, it's gonna lift the bar up, right? So this is a pretty heavy band, and this would be a lot of assistance. But what you would do is you just loop it around this other end of the bar, and you can see the band is already holding the bar up. So when I squat, if I put weight on it, it's not gonna be as heavy. I'll I'll hold this in place. Okay. Testing the limits of my mobility here. And then we'll put this. So you can see, this is providing plenty of assistance, and it's possible to do band assisted squats here in the front rack. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and make sure it doesn't slingshot. There we go, okay. Okay, it's fixed in place. So, that's a great question. That's the best way, I think, to set up those band assisted squats. Now, if you wanted to do assisted squats with the Smith machine, that currently is not possible on the B52 Pro. You'll notice we don't have the band pegs directly over the Smith bar. That's something we can definitely talk to our design team about though. Daisy, and that's a great point. And if we need to, maybe we can add some band pegs here above the Smith bar so that we can do band assisted squats with that as well. That's a great point, and we'll be sure to pass that along. Let's see, let's keep going. Thank you all. I just want to say thank you everyone for joining us on our first live stream. We're having so much fun, and hopefully we're answering as many questions as we can. I know we wanted to do a little bit of a product demonstration, but so many people have asked questions about how to use the machine. I feel we've covered a lot of the basics so far, but feel free, we still have plenty of time on our live stream schedule for today. So feel free to continue to send in those questions, and thank you for making this live stream such a success today. We wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So let's keep going and let's take a look. Speaking of the accessories, it's too bad the F35 didn't have dip bars in the set. Yeah, unfortunately, because the way the machine is set up, the folding and opening, the dip bars just wouldn't be a natural fit for that rack. But if you go ahead and attach them or purchase them separately, you can attach them. Just always make sure that you're being safe when you use them and not pulling your shoulders too wide when you do those dips. So always let's continue to be safe. But yeah, that's a great point, Cobalt. Let's see. One way the J hook can be used. Fan J Wu is saying one way the J hook can be used. So the J hook is usually used to store a barbell on the front of the uprights. J hooks, it's hard for me to think of another way you could use them. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but do you guys have installation? We talked about assisted squat. Thank you for handling me. So thank you for all the info. Joe has said, will you teach me how to do a pull-up? Would be so appreciated. Okay, Joe, let's do it. Hello, Joe. Thanks for asking. Teach you how to do a pull-up. Man, I feel like that's a tough one. I'll do my best. Let's get the barbell out of the way, because on the B52 Pro and our other racks, and let me put these plates back as well. Don't want to leave our workout equipment on the floor. I don't know about you, but in my home gym, just like in the rest of my home, I like to keep things organized and in place. And if it's too messy, it doesn't feel like a home at all. So always try and keep things nice and orderly so that I can find them again when I need them. Okay, so we've got everything out of the way, and we're gonna talk with Joe about how to do a pull-up. So there's a few options. If you wanna focus on bicep focus pull-up, we're gonna look at using these inside pull-up horns here and using a supinated grip. meaning our palms are going to be facing us. Okay? If you want to focus more on your lats, okay, then you're going to come out here to these outside grip horns and use a pronated grip, meaning our grip is going to be facing away from us. Okay? So, Joe, I'm going to try and show you both here. Is this right? Easy to install. Charlene, we'll get to that question in a second. I'm going to try and show Joe how to do the pull-up using mainly our biceps. So you're going to come down, fully extend the arms. I'm not that tall, but I'm tall enough to where I have to pull my feet up behind me, okay? And then you're going to pull as hard as you can with your biceps, and then once your biceps get to about 90 degrees, you're going to start to want to engage your back and your lats as much as possible. So keep pulling and then squeeze your shoulder blades together as much as you can. So you're going to want to think like, if you could, you want to pull these handles apart and really pull down hard. So I'll show you again. We're going to start with our biceps, and then we're going to squeeze our back together as hard as possible. On the wide grip, we're going to focus on engaging our scapula much sooner in the pull, and we don't have as much opportunity to use our biceps. So when we start the move, we're already going to want to start to engage our scapula as much as possible. Now, when we're in this position here, we are going to use a little bit of biceps, but you're going to want to start that pull apart motion, right? Like I'm trying to pull apart my hands, pull apart the bars much sooner and engage the scapula much sooner in this move. So I'll show you again. We're going to start here, biceps, and then pull with our back. So Joe, I hope that gives you a little bit of help. One thing I can tell you, if you're just getting started, you can start with the safety spotter arms here. Get a band, loop it around one safety spotter arm, bring it around the second one, and then bring it forward here as close to the front uprights as you can. And then next thing we're going to do is we're going to put 1 foot, 2 feet, and we're going to do band assisted pull-ups until we can start to do those free weight or body weight pull-ups. Now, when you have the assistance, don't skip out on the moves. We want to continue to use our biceps and our back as much as possible. We don't want to just relax and take it easy just because we have a band. So focus on high quality reps even when you're using band assistance. Joe, I couldn't do it. I tried leaning a bit backwards. I don't know if I'm just too heavy. Joe, I would definitely suggest you start out with band assistance for the beginning. If even the band assisted pull-ups are not going to work for you, my next suggestion would be start with those high to low rows. So what do I mean by that? I'll show you here in a second. This is one of the nice things about having a multi-function rack. You can, if you can't do one move, you can always switch to an alternative, or what we call a step down move. So we're going to focus on pulling those shoulder blades back, and if you want to simulate a pull-up even more, you can grab your bench if you have one. If you don't have one, you can go to our website right now and pick one up. I'm going to be using the adjustable bench right now. Go ahead and set that up right there in the middle. Go ahead and sit down on the bench. And we're going to pull down just like we would in a pull-up, right? So we're engaging those biceps and then we're squeezing our shoulder blades together, okay? Really think about trying to squeeze a piece of paper in between your shoulder blades. As you get stronger and stronger at this, maybe you're adding more and more weight on the stack, try and mix in those band assisted pull-ups as well, and then slowly work your way back to the full pull-ups. How many pounds can And Joe has said, how many pounds can this rack, how many pounds can this rack, I'm using now, hold? Up to 700 pounds. I believe that's rated for the moving weight. So 700 pounds, and I believe the static weight is higher than that. But since you'll be doing pull-ups, you'll be moving. So I would say 700 pounds is the weight limit for this rack, the B52 Pro. That's a great question, Joe. And I hope that you have the best luck on your journey to get to a pull-up. If you need training tips or any training programming, we'll be trying to share that and more of those kinds of that kind of information in the future. So tune into our YouTube or tune into our Instagram and follow us on Facebook as well, and we'll let you know when we have those training programs ready. Thank you, Joe. Can you show bench pressing? Okay, Dacian has said, can I show bench pressing? First, Dacian, before we get to the bench press, Charlene has asked, is this rack easy to install? We do have installation guide videos, and we do have an installation manual. If you follow the videos and the manual, and you're installing it with a partner together with the proper tools, the rack installation should be moderately easy. I'm not very intelligent myself, and I was able to put one together with a partner. So if I can do it, I'm pretty sure you guys, who are far more intelligent than I am, are able to handle the installation. If you run into any issues during installation, maybe there's something that comes up, feel free to reach out immediately to our Instagram Major Fitness _global, and we'll try and reach out to you. It looks like the live stream is gonna have to come to an end today. I'll try and show the bench press really quick before we finish up, because I've already got the bench here in place. So let me just slide it back in place and get the Smith machine set up. I'm not gonna put any weight on it because I just wanna make sure we get it in time for you guys before we head out. But it's been really great to be here today with you guys on the live stream. And thank you so much again for all the questions and the support and the interest in the home gym and the B52 Pro and Major Fitness. We really hope that, you know, our products can help everyone to pursue a healthy lifestyle in their home at their own time and on their own schedule. So let's get the bench press set up. It's a little high for me here because my arms are a little bit short, so I might want to move it down. But you're going to make sure that your back is fully in place, and then down and up. I've set the safeties also a little bit too high, so let me, I'm a pretty, not small guy, but not the biggest guy, so the safeties don't need to be so high. And then I'm gonna move myself, I think, forward or back just a little bit. It takes a little bit of a setup here, just to make sure you get it in place. Okay, I'm gonna wanna move the other direction, this way. Sorry about that. Bench press is one of those moves that you really want to make sure you get the setup just right, because otherwise you're definitely going to put yourself at a lot of risk. So we're going to full grip on the bar. I never want to see people bench pressing with their thumb behind the bar. Always, always full grip on the bar. Down to the chest, press straight up. Keep those feet solidly on the ground and press back up. Keep those elbows forward. Don't flare out, and press back up. So this is how you would do a bench press using the Smith machine. Thank you for that question, Dacian V. And we'd love to have more questions from you guys in the future. Joe, thank you so much as well for your questions. We're so excited to have all of you joining us on this live stream. My name is Matt. I'm one of the product managers here at Major Fitness, and all of your feedback today and suggestions will also pass along to the team. If anything you feel like didn't get addressed today, again, I'm going to say reach out to us on majorfitness_global in Instagram, and we'll have our team after the live stream try and answer those questions as quickly as possible. So we may have another live stream session later today, if possible. We'll have to check with the team and make sure that we can do that. But it looks like we are scheduled for another live stream session later today. So stay tuned. We'll have announcements about that. And we'll see you all next time in our next live stream. Thank you guys so much. It was so much fun being with you. And let's all keep training and working for our stronger tomorrow. See you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.